What's up guys, welcome back to another Eldrazi Through the Breach video in Modern. Today we're actually playing a spicy Rakdos list that's been putting up some results in the Modern challenges. This deck has a lot of synergies, probably too many, but let's go over them real quick. So essentially we have 8 Titans. We have Emrakul the Aeon's Torn and Ulamog the Defiler. So how are we getting them into play? We have 3 options. So first, we can get them in the graveyard with Faithless Looting, and then we can cast Goryo's Vengeance and bring them back. Second, we have Through the Breach. We can Through the Breach in Emrakul or Ulamog. It usually wins the game on the spot, but it can be tricky in certain matchups. And then finally, we have Yggdrasil Rebirth Engine. So this card is kind of seen in Resurgence. It's a very luck-based card. Hopefully you can exile a creature if it's not already in the graveyard, and then we can put it into play for 4 mana. So essentially, it's kind of like a Through the Breach artifact. So you can kind of keep churning through your deck, looking to hit more creatures. In the sideboard, we have 4 Leyline of the Void for graveyard decks, 3 Thoughtseize for control and combo decks, 3 Meltdown for artifact decks, 4 K returns for small creature decks, and 1 Turbo Orb for ETB, mainly for Black-White Flicker. Overall, this is a very feast or famine deck. So you're either going to draw the very synergistic pieces with 1 big creature, 1 Through the Breach, or 1 creature, 1 Through the Breach, or you can Faithless Looting, hopefully put something in the yard for Goryo's Vengeance, or hopefully Yggdrasil hits something and you can put that into play. Like I said, there's probably too many moving pieces here, and as you'll see in the league, we usually have 1 half of the combo and we can't find the other half to save our life. So if you love pressing your luck and putting big fatties into play, this is definitely your deck. Don't forget, we are part of the MTG Creator Program, so we'll have lots of play points to give away to our subs. And if you're interested in becoming a YouTube channel member, you get access to cool perks like loyalty badges, cool emotes, and early access to videos like this one. So if you want to see more content like this and you want to win some play points, make sure to hit that subscribe button and let's get in the gameplay. All right, welcome to match 1 on the play. This hand is interesting. It has Emrakul with Goryo's Vengeance. So we can find a looting, we can discard Emrakul and Goryo's Vengeance it back. We can surveil. I'm going to keep it. 4 lands is a little many, but we'll try it. All right, swamp into Thoughtseize. So it's nice not to mulligan against a Thoughtseize deck. We'll see what they want to take. They might be afraid of Goryo's, but then they have to worry about Yggdrasil. All right, they take Goryo's. We're going to surveil here. Devour, we do not want to devour. Put that in the graveyard. Springs. Don't want that either. So we'll play Bloodstained Mire. Look to surveil again. Looking for some action. Urborg. Unfortunately, this looks like it's a Dauthi Voidwalker main deck type deck, which is pretty unfortunate. But we have the Yggdrasil to kind of play around that. They have the main deck Spellbomb, of course. Why wouldn't they? Oh, it's the rack. Okay. Pretty unfortunate we're playing against main deck Spellbomb, mono black, Dauthi, anti-our deck. But it's alright. We have the Yggdrasil. Another land into the yard. Surveil land's really helping out even though we're flooding a little bit. Rack triggers, we don't care. K-Command's pretty good. We can't cast it yet, but we will play Sulphur Springs, play out Yggdrasil. We'll see if they want to crack it. Okay. So that's nice. We got them to get rid of it because we can just tap it. And they also don't get to draw a card. So that's a pretty good deal. We were only going to get a Devour anyway. So we'll pass. Next turn we can start activating it. So far it's turn 3. We've surveilled and drawn just all unplayable cards, or nothing we really want to see. All right, looks like they're doing nothing. Engine. We hit Ulamog, so that is a good hit. Sulphur Springs. We're going to pay for, put Ulamog into play. See if it's good enough. I don't know what they have, but unless they have Sacrifice, that's what it looks like. It's pretty unfortunate we happen to queue it up against, like, this is the only deck that plays these cards, so it's kind of funny. Okay. We got them to use whatever. Like, we have to get it out of their hand eventually. But again, it is funny that we're playing up against kind of the anti-our deck. Oh my gosh, and they have Inquisition, so now they get rid of our Kozilek's Command. So we're just going to spin again. Yeah, they take the K command, and they play out Dauthi. All right, Rack, Trigger, Temple. We're going to play out Temple, and then we're just going to end of turn Yggdrasil, and then hopefully find a creature. We're going to try to keep at least 3 cards in hand for the Rack. We also don't really have anything for this matchup because this is such like a random deck. They get in with Dauthi. I mean, I guess as long as they don't draw Thoughtseize for Emrakul, and hopefully they don't have another Shieldred's Edict. All right, we'll tap. Hopefully hit a creature. Oh, we hit an Ulamog again. Pretty good. Again, hopefully no Edict. Kozilek's Command. Play Swamp. We'll tap Yggdrasil. I'm glad we beat Edict, Spellbomb, and Thoughtseize. All right, again, we really have nothing for this matchup. Like, I'm not going to really Thoughtseize their Thoughtseizes. K-Return could be something, but they really only have like Dauthi. Brutality's pretty good against it. Yggdrasil's pretty good against it. I think we just run it back. They're most likely going to have Leyline of the Void too, which again, this is why this is an important card, but we don't really have anything else for that. Hopefully they just like mulligan heavy for it. We will keep this hand. It's missing a creature for Goryo's and Through the Breach, but we could Faithless Looting turn 1 into Goryo's turn 2. I'm fine with that. If they have the ley line, then it is what it is. We're just going to have to take our time. We can Through the Breach a fatty in. They mulligan, assuming looking for a ley line. All right, they keep 6 with no ley line. That's nice. Assuming Thoughtseize or Inquisition. Inquisition. So they can take these 3. I wonder if they just take the Faithless Looting to get rid of the turn 1 play. It's such like a weird thing because we can just flash this back, so kind of 2 for winning themselves later on. They do take the looting, and we're fine with that exchange. We draw Ugin's Labyrinth. So we'll just play Bloodstained Mire, pass, looking to Surveil. Maybe we can Surveil, hopefully something good to the top. They play Urza's Saga into a Thoughtseize. We have a lot of redundancy, so these hand disruption spells aren't the most impactful right now. So like, what do you guys think they take here? We don't have any creatures to cheat in with Through the Breach. We might draw something for Goryo's with flashback. They might be afraid of Kozilek's Command killing their Dolthies or their constructs. They take Goryo's, okay. I think that's a good take because if we Surveil something into the yard, now we're going to Surveil. Talisman, I don't think we want that. Good ramp. There's a looting. Let's start with a looting. Put back Mountain and Ugin's Lab. Pretty bad looting there. At least we got to clear those off the top of our deck because that would have been pretty painful. So we have double Temple for some good Kozilek's commands. Hopefully they just kind of go all in on the constructs. We're most likely going to play a Temple, end of turn, scry draw, and make spawn. Try to set up for a nice Through the Breach. Especially because this is probably going to get like a Spell Bomb, maybe the rack, but we'll see. They tap 3 mana for a Trespasser. I'd rather them have a Trespasser than a Construct, maybe? I don't know. I mean, we can always just kill this. So I guess I'd rather them make a Construct because this is harder to kill and more annoying. Ward, discard a card. Could be beneficial for us if we do draw something good. They eat a looting. So yeah, I guess I'd rather them just make the construct. And when it attacks, it's just going to get rid of all the lootings, which I guess, again, is whatever. We have the K commands and the Through the Breach. We draw a Nugen's Lab after discarding. So we'll play the Temple. We could main phase looting, but I don't think that's... Do we have to... I think we actually have to do this or it's going to flip. And if it flips, it turns into a 4/4. It exiles 2 cards. Yeah, we'll do this to prevent it from flipping. Again, it's fine because we can put something that's not the most impactful. We can like draw the least impactful card. I don't want this to flip. It's just going to be a little more annoying, a little more damage. Maybe we don't really care. I don't know. How much do we care about this? If we just like end of turn, just to play around like Thoughtseize effects. Like we could kill it. Let's just pass. If it flips, whatever. You guys let me know if you would cast this main phase to prevent it from flipping. I don't think 1 point of damage and extra graveyard hate's going to stop anything. Again, hopefully here they just make a construct. Okay, they do. It's a good sign. That goes search, either for Spellbomb or rack. I guess because they have this out, they probably get the... Oh, never mind. Okay. They do have the swamp. Hopefully no hand disruption, because I want to keep this Through the Breach for next turn. They get him for 4. They get to exile Faithless Looting and Goryo's, I'm assuming. No creatures, so we're not going to lose life. All right, that's what they take. And they don't have a 1 mana spell, so we're going to get to Kozilek's Command, scry draw, make spawn, X equals 3. We're looking for 2 fatties, so that way we can Through the Breach, bottom, bottom, bottom. Oof, bad hits. Pretty unfortunate. Oh man. Opponent says, what was that artifact you played last game? I can't find it. Oof. They're gonna see it at some point. So we put 3 cards to the graveyard, and then we found a Talisman and a Blood Crypt, which is pretty awful. So I'll play Ugin's Lab out. I don't want to shock this in, but I want an untapped land. If opponent wanted to, they could just like scroll up. So if we play Talisman out, I'm going to hold Talisman because it's going to be more cards for the rack and an extra X for K command. And this is also going to flip back. Oh, it's at the opposite. If they cast 2 spells, that's fine. I was thinking it was the same both sides, but I don't really play with daybound, nightbound cards. And I wonder at what point do they start sacking Spellbomb to draw a card. If we really wanted to flip this too, we could have cast Talisman into main deck or main phase Kozilek's, but we don't really care. Also, thinking back to the first game, we actually weren't covered because they could do non-token. I'm sure you guys are going to let me know in the comments if you don't hear this now. So we actually weren't covered, protected by the spawn. Another Urza Saga, another Trespasser, and it flips immediately because it's nightbound already. Nice interaction there. So they're going to attack for 6. I don't think... So there's like 2 plays. We could block this to save life, like block sack, cast Kozilek's Command to play around a... But that's not playing around hand disruption. and we would lose a spawn. So they eat something. I would say 4 life just in case. I think we do that. Kind of tired of getting attacked. And then we can, I don't think there's a way we get punished here other than like a hand disruption spell, but we can like set up to be protected. And hopefully they didn't just like top deck one. Because I feel like they would have cast it. They have 1 black mana open intentionally though. Man, we are bricking hard. Holy crap. All these to the bottom. I mean, we're going to top this and I guess hope they don't have a Thoughtseize? Pithing Needle. Let's see if they needle this. And of course we keep that on top, right? All right, yep, they did needle it. All right, we draw the Devour. That's pretty nice. Let's see how much mana we can get. This is 4, 5, 6. I really don't want to shock this in. 4, 5, 6. I mean, we'll just cast this. I'm not gonna waste anything. We can target this, which is fine. I don't think we have a way of getting rid of this, of getting rid of Pithing Needle in the main. Nah, short of winning. I guess, you know what? Maybe we should have brought in, why didn't we bring in Meltdowns? I'm saying we don't have anything for this matchup when we have Meltdowns and they're like partially an artifact deck. Kind of silly of us. But we get to discard the Yggdrasil. It's a dead card. We just hardcast the Devour. Can play this tapped and pass. There's an argument for keeping this in hand for the rack. At least now they can't attack anymore. They can start making constructs. We literally just need to draw 1 big creature. We've seen so many cards. We've gone through like 10 cards on, like we put 10 cards on the bottom of our deck and they haven't been any big creatures. All right, they just pass, which is nice. All right, we're also going to pass. I'm going to keep this in hand again. We don't need the mana and I want to play around the rack. They make a spawn or they make a construct. Yeah, I'm so silly about not bringing in the Meltdowns. Can easily bring those in and take out some graveyard like synergy cards. Do they have a Dolthy? They do. All right, come on. We need Emrakul or Ulamog to win the game. And Dolthy can start getting in. That's like a 5-turn clock. Something, please. Oh, God. I'll just sit back. This is so frustrating. Oh, no, they draw another Saga. No tax. Interesting. They are going to start making constructs larger than my Devour, so we only have like a couple turns to draw something. They sack Spellbomb. They're desperate. I feel like I wouldn't have sacked that now. I don't know. Probably not. It does shrink their constructs, but they do get to draw a card with it. Another chance. All right, Devour is good. We will just cast that, kill Dolthy, make it really hard for them to attack into us, and we'll just pass. We have no good attacks. They don't have any good attacks. Assuming the card they drew was a land, Thoughtseize proof. We're still alive for our fatty. All right, they take it through the breach, as expected. All right, they just pass. We're on turn 9, have not seen... Oh, no. All right, we're just going to pass again. But it makes a construct. Assuming they get another rack. These are 6/6s now. What if they start getting in? All right, they just pass. Rack triggers. We have a lot of cards in hand. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Cast through the breach. Actually, do we have anything in exile that's big? Not really. Yeah, I was going to say. Like if we just attack with this, it's just a 10/10 with Annihilator 3. Not the biggest thing, but they have to sack whatever. We'll just get in with this. We could attack with everything. We have 6 chump blockers. Opponent's on 3 minutes, so it's not like we have to do anything special. If we were even on time, I'd probably consider getting in with these as well, but then they would just trade off, but then they're smaller, so maybe. What if they just chump with they just take it? That's fine. Down to 6. They're at 2.5 minutes. They sack their lands, so they only have 1 swamp. Do they draw Thoughtseize? Raven's Crime. Discard Talisman. And they can be retraced if they have a land to discard. They get in with their constructs now. I wonder if they think because they have like the racks going, now they can start pressuring our life total. But that's not going to work well when we have these 2 Devours and they only have 1 blocker. Raven's Crime. Discard a land again. All right, so we're going to take 4 from the rack, down to 9, but they're just dead on board. All right, we'll attack. Attack with all. All right, and that's game. All right, match 2 on the draw, and this is an easy keep. We have 2 lands, Devour to find whatever we need. Emrakul with Through the Breach, Yggdrasil in case this doesn't work out. Probably looking for ways to cast Kozilek, so an Ugin's Lab or Temple. Probably the best land drops. They play Misty. That could be anything. I kind of want... I'm going to take the land. It's not the most exciting, but it's a Surveyor land and we need... Cool. We can keep that on top. We can have like a turn 2 Yggdrasil, turn 3 Kozilek's into Through the Breach, something like that. Oh, it's Living End. Okay. So we have the Kozilek's command at least. They play this tapped. So we're going to play Ugin's Lab, put Devour underneath. That's kind of awkward. If they have the living end, 1, 2, 3. All right, we're just going to pass. Hopefully it's tough because if they have the living end into Force and Negation, we're kind of screwed. And you know they always have it. They always have the Shardless Agent into something. But if they're getting a Lush Portico, that means maybe they don't have it unless they just play the island out. All right, Ardent Plea. How many forces they hit? 1 force, 2 force, and press the enemy and sink. So they'd have to have 2 more forces because they already went through a bunch. We could have Kozilek's command eaten 1, but I'm going to value the Surveil or Scry Draw and make Spawn instead. It's tough because now they have a lot of permanents, so Emrakul's not the greatest. This is better. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll keep that on top. This is Annihilator 6. I guess this is going to be 7, so that's better. As long as Through the Breach resolves. If it doesn't resolve, then we're just screwed. We draw the Collective Brutality, which is interesting. I kind of want to play that first. Take a turn off. Could be wrong. We're going to take 9. We're going to take 14 damage, maybe. But if they have the Force, we just straight up lose. So I think we can take 1 turn off. Play the Bloodstained Mire. So let's cast Brutality. We're going to escalate discarding Emrakul. Discarding Emrakul. I want to clear the way just in case for a Force Negation. We can live 1 more turn. And they, oh my god, and they had the double Force. We saw 2 Force Negations and they had 2 more in hand. That's insane. All right, we'll take the 1 Force. All right, so we're going to bank that they don't draw a blue card. I can't believe they had double Force. That's, what a joke. All right, they play the Lush Portico. They put Waker into the graveyard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're going to go to 16. I don't even know if this is going to be enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think we just kind of lose anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we'll just jump there. Unless for some reason they tap out. Oh, now they just have hard cast. Oh man, they just have hard cast Force. Nothing mattered. Yeah, we just lose no matter what. All right, we got rid of the Surveil land. I guess we just have to play... No. Yeah, we just lose no matter what because they had the double Force. We can't beat that. So if we would have went for it, we would have lost. And if we waited, we still lost because we didn't have more hand disruption. I guess we're going to bring this in. We're going to get rid of Collective Brutality. That's not very good here. Man, that's brutal. Board out some graveyard stuff, let's see. We want to bring in 7 things, 2 more to get rid of. Talisman's a little slow, honestly. Let's try that. Actually, let's just keep looting in. We could like maybe loot away some Devours or Ulamog's. Cannot believe they had that double Force. All right, win the die roll. No lands with Leyline of the Void, but we can't keep. We will keep this. Are we putting back second K command because we have this combo? Ulamog's not very good. We could put it in the yard. I'm going to get rid of Ulamog. We have nothing in exile, and it's like a late through the breach thing. I'd rather just like draw something else. You could argue getting rid of Kozilek's command because we can't cast them, but I'd rather keep them to maybe scry into things. I don't know, that could be wrong. Hopefully this Leyline of the Void does work though. All right, they just go Misty Pass, Surveil. Looking for Eldrazi Temple. Don't think I want that right now. All right, well I'm glad that we bottomed that or bin that because we just drew another one. Just play tapped, Blood Crypt, and pass. So the only way we lose is if we don't apply quick pressure while we have Leyline out. Or just any pressure, I guess. They go Surveil land. Press the enemy into the graveyard. Or exile. Alright, they cycle. We'd like to see them cycling, getting rid of things. There's surveilling, trying to find an answer to Leyline. Most likely. They keep a card on top. Kind of scary. We're looking for a land for... That's the worst possible draw. One of the worst possible draws. But again, this is how you lose, where... You keep a 6 with Leyline, 2 lands, and you never see a 3rd land. Is this a Shardless Agent? Ardent Plea. Oh no, they have Inevitable Betrayal. That's right. Yeah, we just lose. There's nothing we can do about this in our sideboard. We just have to hope that they never have it. All right, welcome to match 3 on the draw. And I think we can keep this hand. We have a Temple if we draw any colorless cards. We have early Surveil. We have Devour to find either Ugin's Labs or Goryo's, discard, anything like that. Definitely a risky hand, but that's kind of the deck. Very feast or famine. Bloodstained Mire. See if they hit us with the Thoughtseize. Blood Crypt. Alright, so this is probably Hollow One. Do we want any of these? Like Yggdrasil is tempting, but it's so slow. I'm going to say no. There's Goryo's. Start with a Surveil land. Collective Brutality, we'll keep on top. Love to see that. We can discard anything. Ulamog, Devour, and get it back. Alright, so this just looks like John Saga. Brutality. So we'd have to wait till we get 4 mana, but I think we just Brutality, get rid of Ulamog and Emrakul. Or no, Ulamog and Devour. We don't want to shuffle. So we'll do this. Hopefully that... it's not going to work like that. It's not going to work how we want. Because whatever we discard is just going to grow this. Kind of annoying. So maybe we just do this. Because we're going to end up discarding like a spell or something. Most likely. They have 4 cards in hand. We don't have any creatures, so it's most likely going to be like a Fatal Push or something. So let's just gain 2. So discard here. Oh, no. All right, well, we messed up. I was thinking I was discarding 2 things, but we only escalated 1, so now Defiler or Ulamog. Ugh, that's annoying. All right, we'll take Molten Collapse. That's extremely unfortunate that we misclicked that, because that would be game next turn. I guess we're going to go for something else. Yeah, we would win this turn, for sure. All right, Yggdrasil, we'll have to do. Get a mountain. It's going to exile Devour. Yeah, that stinks. If we draw Faithless Looting, we're in a good spot. If we draw, I'm not sure. If we get lucky with a hit here, they're making constructs. I'm pretty sure they don't have it. If they have a Needle Main, oh, Haywire might. Oh no, and they have the land too. Ugh, brutal. They're going to get in before they kill this. All right, they eat that. Desperately need Faithless Looting. Uggin's Lab. I'll play it out. Getting hit 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 next turn. Damn, I can't believe we threw that. All right, 1 shot. No, damn, unfortunate. All right, against them, we went the Ley Lines. What don't we want? Brutality is kind of weak. They're going to be bringing in Graveyard Hate. They'll probably chim on a Goryo's. Probably Goryo's looting. All right, on the play this time. I'm going to keep this hand. We have double Ley Line, which isn't the greatest. We only need 1. But we have 2 lands, Surveil Land, Devour. We have 3 opening plays. So let's see what we get here. Don't think I want any of these, to be honest. Let's say no. Gonna Surveil here. That to the graveyard. That's a turn 2 Goryo's. But it doesn't really matter much if they have no... Doesn't really matter much if they don't have any permanents, though. Ragavan. And in exile, we have 7. Do we still do it? I'm gonna guess, right? Yeah, why not? Doesn't just win the game, but hits them for 14. They go down to 4, and it time walks them. And then we have Yggdrasil for next turn. Yeah, they can't even shock stuff in. K command. Let's just play this out. I have the basic. Kroxa. It's actually really funny. We get to discard the Ulamog. Kroxa goes away. See if we hit anything good. We don't. Okay, well that's a good one. The Goryos for the win. Nice. We deserve that. Again, we should have won that first game too, so it's whatever. I mean, do we want... Like, we only had 3 Goryos. It makes me want them more now. Definitely confirmation bias, but obviously they looked really good there. If they're going to be making us discard, maybe like Talisman's stupid? Maybe like Talisman's not as good. Like, we don't have to like speed through. They're not like crushing us, right? This is a 1-lander with double Devour. This is an interesting hand. I don't think we're going to keep double Devour. Like, we'd have to find a red source, and we have nothing to discard that's important anyway unless we draw into it. I'm going to mulligan. Could also hit Leyline of the Void. All right, this hand's a lot better. Gonna keep. What do we put back though? It's just Uggin's Lab. Looting's not the greatest here. We have nothing for Emrakul either. They can just go under the Uggin's Labs. I'm gonna put back Looting, and I'm gonna bank on this Devour finding something, I think. I'm gonna keep the 2 7+ drops for Uggin's Labs. We're gonna have a turn 2 Yggdrasil. I mean, they could also have Thoughtseize, so it's gonna make things awkward. But hopefully Devour smooths things over. They kept 7. See if they have a Thoughtseize or a Ragavan turn 1. Or it could be a Ghost Vacuum. Okay. Glad we put back the Looting. All of these are terrible. There's the red source, but we don't need a red source right now. So I'm going to say no. Of course, we draw through the breach, so red source looking good. That's okay. We'll just play Uggin's Lab, pass. Next turn, probably play Temple. I don't know if they're playing any land destruction, but I don't want to play out double Uggin's Lab into that. They fetch Shock into Stomping Ground for Kroxa. What do we discard here? It's got to be the Uggin's Lab, right? Because like this is the only way we win. We need to draw a red source anyway. K command. So do we play out Yggdrasil? Do we hold up K command? X equals 2. Yeah, let's hold up K command. Because we could find a red source and something. If we find a red source, we can just through the breach Emrakul. As long as they don't play something that we want to exile. Haywire might, that's fine. We could get rid of that, but just make spawn. I don't know what they have that they're holding up. There's a red source. 1, 2. What's an exile? 7. Hopefully they don't have like an edict or something. All right, we're going to cast through the breach. Hopefully they don't have edict. Oh, come on. Don't have Sheoldred's edict? There's no way, right? Terminate. So we should have put Emrakul into play. I was thinking, oh, I guess it didn't matter because they're at 13. Yeah, that was stupid. They were at 13 anyway, so that was just a punt. Man, we're just like not thinking through. So if we put Emrakul into play, we win. If we brutality correctly, we win. Okay, making all the mistakes. It's fine. I'm making the mistakes so you guys don't have to. But they did have to sack 2 permanents. They're on 2 lands. Bob. Okay. We have Yggdrasil still. Faithless Looting. Let's start on that. We can discard something for this. Oh, that also works. That's pretty annoying. Do we care about Bob? We have to discard 2 cards. K-Command's great for setting things up. We have Through the Breach Emrakul, but we don't have the lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have next turn, I guess. Oh, that's going to be so awkward if we just screw this up. But all right, we're going to try one more time. Hopefully this lives. They draw a mountain. Well, a mountain and something else. Or is it Saga? Okay, we don't care about that. Spell Bomb, we don't care about that. Bob gets in, and we untap. We have to do the correct play here. We have a Goryo's, but they have all the graveyard hate. So Goryo's number 2. Put Emrakul into play. Correctly so. They cycle Spell Bomb. They're at 15 exactly. We attack Annihilator 6, hit them to 0. There we go. Despite the many punts, we still got there. All right, match 4 on the play. This hand could use some help. We do have a Devour. How good is this hand? Kind of stinks. Like turn 3 Devour or turn 3 Rebirth. We do have the Devour. I'm going to try it. We have the Temple. If we didn't have the Temple, I definitely wouldn't keep. The Devour is going to be a high risk. Hopefully we find something. We find a K command and another, not the greatest of hits. I'll take the K command because we can go turn 2 K command into Yggdrasil, possibly. I really just wanted a Nugen's Lab, but maybe not the best keep, maybe not the best to take that right now, but in the blind, it's fine. We'll just play out Temple and pass. We have an Ulamog in Exile too for this Ulamog, which is nice. Oh, they just go Eldrazi Temple. So we're going to assume that this is probably ramp. Play Springs, pass the turn. Oh, just E-Tron maybe? We will scry, draw, make a spawn. And we're going to do this now because next turn we are just going to cast Engine. Do not want another land. Faithless Looting. They have their own K command to get rid of the spawn. If they do, that's fine. And they make their own. I'm fine with that exchange. Maybe they think we like need that. Draw another K command. Play out Yggdrasil. Hope they get some big hits. I guess we don't have the 4th land to activate it, which is a thing. Like maybe you hold up Eldrazi Temple for 1 more turn. Karn. Well, that's pretty friggin' annoying. That ruins that play. They uptick. Okay. Don't mind that. Another Ulamog. Let's start with a Faithless Looting. Holy moly. Terrible hits. We will put back Talisman. Do we want an Ulamog in the yard? Maybe? The fact that we didn't hit a land either is pretty unfortunate. Maybe we do put an Ulamog in the yard. And then we will, I guess, do this now looking for a land just to play for turn. Maybe Karn. I don't know what Karn's going to do. There's a land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's not really going to hit anything, I guess, right? We find a Blood Crypt and just pass. I guess we got to bank on them not having natural Tron either. Man, that Karn just totally ruining things. I feel like the matchups we played against were definitely like not really sideboarded for. Maybe the ley lines at some point, but like definitely not prepared for Tron or like Inevitable Betrayal. Wait, did I bin both Ulamogs? God. Tonight is just like, it's late, I guess. That's, what a mistake. I just realized that. That's so stupid though, because if they get a graveyard, anything for the graveyard, Stonebrain, sure. What are they gonna Stonebrain here? See what they name. Through the Breach. I mean, I guess in the end it pays off that we bin both of these because now we can't even Through the Breach them in anyway. So we really just want to draw Goryos. If we draw Goryos, we win. If we don't, they can just downtick, get Stonebrain again, and just hit Goryos, and then we can't win. Faithless Looting keeps us alive. Goryos, please. And we cannot catch a break. Discard, discard. Play the Mountain. Flashback, Faithless Looting. Dude, come on. Discard, discard. All right, I'll pass. Halfway through our deck, cannot find a Goryos. We'll see if they Stonebrain Goryos, and then I guess if they do, we'll just scoop. I play Talisman into Thought Not Seer. That's fine. The Exile Faithless Looting. That's much less scary than Stonebrain on Goryos. Hopefully they don't get Tormod's Crypt, I guess. Yeah, they got Tormod's Crypt. Ugh. All right. Very unfortunate. Against them, all we have against like Tron or whatever is just Thoughtseizes. Brutality's out. Thoughtseizes in. Talisman out. We had so many looks, it just did not work out for us. All right, on the play. There's a 5-land hand with Devour. I think we can do better. All right, this hand is better. We'll keep. Probably put back, like if we can Faithless Looting into one of these, probably put back K Command. We can't cast anything with it. They have the Devour. We'll lead off on a Looting. Not great hits. Been these two. You could argue starting with a Surveil land, because even if we hit something good, it's not going to do much if they don't have any permanents anyway. It's not just like a win. All right, they don't want any of these. They don't want a Karn, a Mine. Oh man, they must have some crazy stuff. Do they just have like Stonebrain on the top? No? Okay. Another Kozilek's Command. All right, we'll just pass. Talisman. What do they have? Surveil. Maybe we can surveil something cool into the yard. Do we want the Faithless Looting? Yeah, I'm going to keep it on top. Could argue trying to hit a land. Put away the Kozilek's Commands. Swamp. And then just pass. A lot of time to cast Goryos, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe they have like Micro Spawn here. Oh, you know what? All right, they're just waiting for K Command, I guess. Sulphurous Springs. So I guess let's play around that. Yeah, let's play Yggdrasil. So we could flashback Faithless Looting, trying to get lands for Through the Breach. We'll see. Waiting for like an end of turn huge K Command. X equals 4. We've just done absolutely nothing this whole game. 1 top, 3 bottom. I'm assuming they have a Karn. They have access to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana, Ulamog mana. We lose if they have Ulamog just because, I mean, we could flashback something maybe. That's what it looks like. I'll probably just concede to that. Let's see if they eat the 2 lands. They do. Super unfortunate. All right, welcome to the final match. We're on the draw. And this hand, again, could be kind of anything. We can surveil into something. Turn 2, Talisman. Turn 3. Let's try it. You could argue mulliganing this for a nutso hand, but again, this deck, just you can either have it or you just don't. It's not the most consistent thing like we've seen. Ugin's Lab is pretty good. So we're actually going to lead off on that, so that way we can get Talisman down. Put Embercoal under there. That's a pretty good draw just to kind of accelerate our play. So we have a turn 2 Yggdrasil, and then we'll see what happens. We are up against what looks like Frog, so the chances of this resolving, pretty low. They didn't play anything. Temple. Bloodstained Mire. Do we play into this counterspell? I don't think so. End of turn Consider. Like maybe they're always going to hold up counterspell. Maybe they will cast like an Oculus. Preordain. They top. Kind of annoying. They draw like a K Command or something. Get a Surveil land. Swamp. Don't need that. Another Talisman. I mean, we're going to eventually be able to cast Ulamog, which is nice. So let's cast this Talisman. I want to make them counter this, and I don't want them to surveil here, so I'm actually just going to cast Yggdrasil here. You could also argue casting this and holding it up for Spell Pierce, because they do play some amount, but okay. Just hard counter, that's fine. We actually have 6, 7, 8, 9 mana next turn. So we're close to casting Ulamog. Looks like they have Oculus here, or Murktide. Murktide, okay. 8, 8 Murktide, jeez. So we're going to be dead in a couple turns. Kozilek's Command, okay. All right, we're just gonna have to pass. I wonder if, I think if they, when they go to crack this, they didn't, okay. Kind of annoying. They get him for 8. Yeah, we're probably just gonna lose because they can just hold up counterspell. We're gonna cast Kozilek's Command, hold up for Spell Pierce, and then this probably isn't gonna resolve. And you're never beating this draw. You're never beating like the counterspell, everything draw. I mean, Temple's pretty good. Temple was the best draw, I'd say, in terms of the lands. Let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I guess it didn't really matter. We do get to cast this. Doesn't really do much. Like it exiles their library, half of it, but who cares? The only way we win is if we get to attack with it. Because right now it's a 22-22. They have a Bitter Triumph. Oh my gosh. Yeah, not really working out for us. So we get one more draw step, Preordain. We need exactly Ulamog, Goryo's Vengeance, just anything that's not a land. Except they kept the card on top, and of course it's a land. Draw all 4 temples, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, we can't do anything. All right, against another tough matchup. This league has just been full of tough matchups. We have the 3 Thoughtseize. Take out Talismans. Talisman's good against Harbinger, but I don't think they're going to be bringing in Harbinger. I mean, they actually probably do because of, even though we're red-black, we still have Urza lands. Maybe that's a reason to keep some in. Support like that. On the play. Yeah, we can like turn 1 Thoughtseize or whatever, but I don't like this hand. All right, this hand we'll have to do. We have the Goryos. We have the Through the Breaches. We'll just lead off on a Faithless Looting, because maybe we can turn 2 Goryos. And those 2. I want to keep Collective Brutality to get rid of any counterspells. We can Surveil. They just go Mire, pass. Temple. Let's Looting again, see what we want to do. Another Through the Breach. I'm gonna bend through the breach in that. Surveil. Don't want that either. So we looting before we surveilled because I wanted to see if I wanted to play a temple or not. I guess it wouldn't have mattered. Let's see if they have frog here. All right, they have frog. Another looting. See if we can hit a fatty. No luck. Man, this deck is like just spinning wheels. Get rid of these two. Play temple. I'm gonna brutality now because I want to flashback Faithless Looting next turn. I'm assuming they're gonna have like a million counter spells. Stone Brain. Cling the Dust. Yeah, Cling just like wrecks us, huh? Preordain like finds everything. We don't really care about Stone Brain right now. The fact that they're playing Stone Brain in this deck, I don't even know. I think we have to take Cling. As much as I want to take Preordain, they need 4 mana for that. Cast Preordain. They shock in Sulphur Springs for like an end of turn Bowmasters just to get us when we looting. I just can't believe we haven't found. I'm just gonna cast this. We haven't found like any. Like we have 1 Devour in the graveyard. That's it. And they find the counter spell. Jesus. Cannot catch a break this league. So now they can actually Stone Brain us. See if they choose to do that. Actually, they have Cling up as well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we don't win now. They have Stone Brain, they have Cling, they have Bowmasters. They pitched 1. Cast Preordain. They find another one. They top both, and then they pass. Draw Mountain. So if we do this, they flash in Bowmasters, ping us for 3, or not. We just draw 2 lands. This is like hopeless. All right, so that was Rakdos, Eldrazi Through the Breach in Modern. Obviously, those games did not go the way we wanted them to. We were definitely on the wrong side of variance there. The games we won weren't even the greatest, and the games we lost were just unwinnable. But like we said in the intro, this deck is very feast or famine. You can have the nuts with turn 2 Emrakul, turn 2 Ulamog, or you can just never see any of your big creatures, never see any of the halves of the combo. I know this is one league, but it's crazy to see how inconsistent this deck was. Just like your typical Reanimator deck, if you're running on all cylinders and you're able to hit all of your combo pieces, the deck can feel unbeatable. Sadly, we didn't get to do the thing that much, but it is what it is. But that'll do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. If you're enjoying the content, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time. Peace.